Good morning and a very warm welcome to all our academician, policymaker, student and social service partner. Last year, our ninth international conference focused on value-based education for human society. Today, we are once again gathered for noble cause 10th international conference, which brings together around a shared vision of empowering youth through value-driven education for a happy and peaceful world. On the day one, we begin by understanding the reality of today's youth through a SWOT perspective. We will reflect on their strengths, challenges, opportunity, and the risks they face in today's rapidly changing world. This session is about honest understanding, not judgment. The insight we gain today will lay a strong foundation for the discussion that follow. It is my great pleasure to warmly welcome our respected Vice Chancellor, Director, Dean, Principal and Vice Principal, whose leadership and guidance continually inspire academic excellence. I extend a special welcome to our esteemed national and international panelists, moderator, distinguished guest speaker, the national and international delegates, scribe, timekeeper, dedicated technical teams, academician, industry expert, research scholar, and my dear student from various institutions who participation enrich this conference with diverse perspective and meaningful scholarly discussion. Once again, I extend a heartfelt welcome to one and all and wish everyone a meaningful and successful conference. Now it is my pleasure to warmly welcome and introduce our moderator for today. Dr. Ishrat Mirsana is a professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at MJCET, Telangana, India. She serves as the director of the R&D cell and the director of Engineer Without Border, India. Additionally, she is the director, the Institution of Green Engineer, actively working on initiatives aligned with sustainable development. She has associated with Universal Human Values since 2022 and currently serves as the regional coordinator of SCR for UHV activities. I now invite our moderator to kindly take the session forward. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. S. Umarani Garu, for the kind introduction and for setting a thoughtful tone for today's panel discussion. Thank you so much. Green greetings to you. Thank you. Green greetings to everyone who joined us from across the globe. I once again welcome you all for this SDG panel discussion. Today, the 10th International Conference on Human Values in Higher Education is focused on empowering youth to value-driven education for a happy and peaceful world. And today's theme for discussion for our SDG panelist is SWOT analysis. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Analysis of today's youth to address SDGs. Before we start our session, let me set the context for today's panel discussion. This conference is rooted in a shared aspiration to empower youth through value-driven education for a happy and peaceful world, guided by universal human values. Today's panel opens an honest dialogue by examining the realities of today's youth through a SWOT perspective. We will reflect on their strengths, acknowledge challenges with sensitivity, and recognize the opportunities and risks within the present social and educational context. So, to take this discussion forward, I take the privilege to introduce our distinguished panel of experts who bring diverse perspectives from policy, education, governance, and youth engagement. Each of our panelists have been working at different levels of system, translating vision into action. Let me introduce our first panelist, Dr. Gopal Babu. Welcome, Dr. Gopal Babuji.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome so much. Dr. Gopal Babu has over 18 years of experience and specializes in holistic development, value education, and sustainable technology. He is presently working as a professor in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad, UP. He is an expert in AICT's Universal Human Values Committee and contributed a lot to value education. And for his outstanding work that he is contributing to value education, has been awarded with an outstanding contribution to National Development Award from IIT Delhi Alumni Association, and has been contributing tremendously towards the UHV projects. I once again welcome you, sir. Our next panelist is Dr. Manisha Gupta. Welcome, Manisha Gupta ji.
Very good afternoon, Dr. Ishrat. Thank you so much for inviting me to the session.
Let me introduce you. Professor Dr. Manisha Gupta is a former director of Punjab Institute of Management and Technology, Punjab. She has 23 years of academic experience and has been associated with UHV since 2020. She currently serves as a regional coordinator in CCIP for the Northwestern region. Thank you so much for joining us as the panelist for today. Our next panelist is Dr. K. Lal Kishorji. Welcome, Dr. Lal Kishorji.
Namaste, madam. Thank you.
Namaste, sir. It's an honor for me to introduce you as our next panelist, sir.
You are welcome.
Dr. K. Lal Kishore is a distinguished academician and a former Vice Chancellor of JNTU Anantapur with over 46 years of experience. He's a professor in ECE specializing in electronics and communication engineering, held many positions at JNTU, Anantapur, and also at Hyderabad, and has immensely supported the UHV activities in his tenure. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation to be our panelist. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, madam. You are welcome.
Thank you. Our next panelist is Professor Hari Kumar Voruganti. Welcome, sir. Hari, sir.
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, Hari Kumar Voruganti, sir, is a professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering from NIT Warangal with over 15 years of experience in academics. And he has been leading the UHV-based student induction program at the NIT and also the programs for the faculty, staff, and senior management of NIT Warangal. It's a pleasure having you on this platform, sir. Thank you so much. Our next panelist is Dr. DVS Bhagwanalu. Welcome, sir. Bhagwanalu, sir, welcome. Dr. Bhagwanalu is a senior academician and administrator with a PhD from IIT Madras and a postdoctoral fellow from FCRA Palghat. He has held several leadership roles at VIT University and he has contributed to the curriculum design, accreditation, institutional development across universities in India, and is a guiding force in engineering education and academic leadership. Welcome, Bhagwanalu, sir. Our next panelist is Dr. Vijay Kumar R. Welcome, Dr. Vijay Kumar. Vijay Kumar Garu, I hope. Namaste. Yeah. Thank you, sir, for being a panelist. As you are from a School of Business and a Director, Career Development Center at AURO University, Surat, Gujarat, and having an academic experience of more than 15 years. And we are glad to have you in SDG panel because you have been promoting sustainability and innovation. Thank you, sir, for being with us. Yeah. Our next panelist is Hari Casey. Welcome, Hari Casey ji.
Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me.
Sir is working at the Institute of Engineering, Tribhuvan University, Nepal, and is also from Electronics and Computers Engineering, currently working in the field of AI, Artificial Intelligence. And his academic and research experience spans over 13 years and is associated with our UHV since 2022. Thank you so much for getting in touch with us once again. Thank you. Our next panelist is Madhumita ji. Welcome, Madhumita ji.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be in this conference.
Yeah. She is a director at ABBS School of Management, Bangalore, with over 3 years of experience in management education. She is an expert of CSR, ethics, spirituality, and sustainability. Definitely, ma'am, your inputs will help us a lot with this panel discussion. Looking forward to your inputs because you are widely recognized for your contributions to ethical leadership and inclusive management education. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you. Our next panelist is Professor Dr. Rashmi Khorana Nagpalji. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Ishrat.
She is an associate dean of School of Law at SVKM's NMI MS deemed to be University Chandigarh campus. Rashmi ji has also worked as additional director at Delhi Metropolitan Education. Has more than 20 years of distinguished experience in academia and academic administration. And it's interesting to know that you are a course coordinator for UGC e-Pathshala initiative. So your initiatives will also help us in creating initiatives of UHV activities. Welcome, ma'am, because you are also a recipient of the prestigious Jawaharlal Nehru Scholarship. Welcome once again, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Namaste, Bhagwanji. I hope you are able to reach to us.
Yes, but my video is not working, but audio is working now.
Now both are working, sir.
Right.
Thank you so much for
Okay, right. Thank
joining
you.
us, sir. Welcome once again.
Welcome.
Yeah. Our next panelist is Satyanarayan Reddy Garu. Welcome, Satyanarayan ji. Okay. I think Satyanarayan sir is not there. It's good to have our panelists across academia and from various academic backgrounds. And I thank all the panelists who has joined us for today's panel discussion. Before proceeding further, let me now invite Dr. Gopal Babuji to present the UHV point of view. Over to you, Dr. Gopal Babuji.
Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me. Let me share my slides. Is it visible, Ishadili?
Yes, please.
Okay. So thank you very much for inviting me to put UHV point of view for this panel. So basically, we are going to have a discussion on SWOT. And a basic fundamental question is, are youth ready for SDGs? So keeping this at the center, all panel discussion related to SDGs will be held. So let's have a few fundamental discussion before jumping into SWOT analysis. So if we see sustainability at a fundamental level, then we can say that the whole nature is self-sustainable. The plant, material, animal, except human being, all are self-sustainable. They are interacting in a mutually fulfilling manner without any intervention of human being. So the whole nature is self-sustainable. So if whole nature is self-sustainable, then questions becomes, who is living unsustainably in nature? Who wants sustainability in nature? And sustainability for what? So these are fundamental questions. If nature is sustainability, sustainable, then who is living unsustainably? So the answer is human being. So human being is living unsustainably. And who wants sustainability in nature? Definitely human being wants sustainability in nature. And more fundamental question is sustainability of what? What we are looking into. So basically, if we explore, if we ask ourselves, we can see easily that we want sustainability of our happiness and prosperity all the time for each generation. So fundamentally, we are looking sustainability for happiness and prosperity. So now this should be clear to us. And you can ask this question yourself also. But somehow, what is happening? People want sustainability of their position, money, wealth, show off. And if we are moving in this manner, then we cannot live sustainably. So fundamentally, we should be aware that we all want sustainability of happiness and prosperity. Now, the next question is, have we understood real meaning of happiness? If we want sustainability of happiness, have we understood the real meaning of happiness? Have we understood the real meaning of prosperity? And what preparation is required in our youth, especially, to live in a sustainable manner? So these questions are fundamentals. So as our discussion will go, day 1, day 2, day 3, all these questions will be addressed. So all panel discussion over the 3 days are interlinked. So let's have a view on these fundamental questions. So what requirement is needed to live sustainably is given in this slide. So right understanding in the self. This is the first requirement. Just give me 1 minute. Some technical glitch here. Just 1 minute. Just 1. No. Anyhow. Yes. So what is required to live sustainably? So one is right understanding in the self, relationship with other human beings, physical facility with rest of nature. So requirement to have a competence so that our youth can assess how much physical facility is required to live in a sustainable manner. So to live in that manner, we need to have a right understanding in the self, an understanding of harmony in human being, family, society, nature, existence. So once we have clarity of this harmony, then we can live relationship with others. And that kind of understanding ensures mutual happiness. That kind of understanding ensures mutual prosperity with rest of nature. And we all want sustainability of happiness and prosperity. And for that, we need to develop right understanding in our youth. So what kind of understanding is required? Understanding of human being, what human being is exactly. What is harmony in family? How harmony can sustain in our relationship? Understanding of harmony in society, understanding of harmony in nature, existence. So such kind of understanding is required to develop in our youth. If such kind of understanding is developed, then mutual happiness, mutual prosperity will be a natural outcome. And that is required to ensure sustainability at all levels. So sustainability means now we are interacting with nature in a mutually prosperous manner. We are interacting with human being, with relationship, ensuring mutual happiness. And we are living with understanding, with harmony within ourselves all the time. If such kind of competence is ensured in our youth, then sustainable life will be a natural outcome of that understanding. with this, we can now discuss with this background, this SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. So with this background, I am going to give a brief glimpse of SWOT. Then we will have a discussion on this. So with this background, now we can see the strength. What strength our youth have. So we can see that they are energetic, they are creative, they are very open to adopt changes. So this strength we can utilize for our youth. They are already have many fresh ideas. Their imagination is going on wide and wide with the help of technology. We need to just direct them in a right direction with right understanding. They are open to changes. They are ready to adopt changes. They are ready to involve in coming changes. So such kind of strength our youth already have. Next is digital fluency. So they are very much skilled in technology. And they are even more technical than us. They learn the new technology very easily, like AI, big data, digital platforms. All these things are available to them. So these are strengths in our youth. They can propagate sustainability in a faster manner. Similarly, they are less preconditioned. So youth are naturally less preconditioned. So we can give them right understanding. So it is easy for them to align with the right kind of understanding. Similarly, they are connected globally through digital devices. So youth can be mobilized rapidly for global causes. So immediately they get connected all over the world. So we can utilize these strengths to propagate sustainability. So youth already have potential for transformation. We need to give them just right direction through universal values. So they already have strength. If we see weakness, so we can say that generally it is observed they are lacking in holistic wisdom. So they are working with narrow wisdom, just for immediate profit. So holistic wisdom is required to ensure in the youth. So they are working with very narrow wisdom, like good salary package, higher post, get job. But what will they do if they get good job? What will they do if they get good post? They are unable to think in this manner. So such kind of holistic wisdom is required in our youth. So they are somewhere lacking in holistic wisdom. Similarly, vagueness in understanding the real happiness and prosperity. So they are looking for happiness. They are looking for prosperity all the time. But they have very vague concept regarding happiness and prosperity. So their happiness conflict with others' happiness. Their prosperity deprive others' prosperity. Similarly, mental health and social fragmentation. So adds increasing dependencies on technology, leading to anxiety, depression, weaker human bonds. So somehow they are over dependent on the technologies. And they are somehow disconnecting from a tradition. And we can see this in terms of erosion of family and community structures. Families are breaking down, community structures are breaking down. Old wisdom is going down. Somehow it is neglected by our youth. And misinformation. So they are very prone to spread misinformation. So they have social media, they have digital power, but they can also misuse those platforms. Then opportunities. So they have, in this digital world, they have many opportunities. For example, this international conference is going on all over the world. Similarly, many platforms are available. Values related talks are available, wisdom related talks are available. So somehow they are missing it. So they have opportunity, but they are not focusing on it. So opportunities are available. And if they utilize this opportunity, they can be a torchbearer of cultural renewal. So if they are guided with right understanding, they are guided with harmony, then they can be torchbearer of cultural renewals. So such kind of opportunities are available every time. Similarly, innovation with purpose, with holistic wisdom. So the whole country and the whole world is going towards innovation, startup. But are they doing innovation with holistic wisdom, or they are innovating only for profit maximization? So this opportunity is also available. They can design such technology that can be human friendly, eco-friendly. They can use AI even for achieving such kind of technologies. So opportunities is available, but somehow we need to help them to focus on holistic wisdom. Then local to global action. So youth can act locally in sustainable living while linking to global SDG movements. So they can act locally, but link to global world. So such kind of opportunity is also available. So if we help them, they can use this opportunity and spread holistic living that is leading to sustainability all over the world. Soon they will be replacing us. They are the person who are going to replace the postal. So a large mobilized youth population can push governments to rethink growth-centric policies, holistic growth-centric policies, holistic wisdom-based innovations, such kind of youth. So with UHV, youth can address SDGs holistically. And this holisticness in perception is required to achieve SDGs. Then what are the threats? So if we see threats, they are trapped in growth paradigm. So what does it mean? It means they are being trained to consume more and more. And another side, this increasing consumerism is a problem, leading to unsustainable systems, leading to unsustainable life. But another side, they are looking only for growth, material growth, physical growth. So they are trapped in growth paradigm. So they are trying to solve it, but they are another side, they are trapped in growth paradigm. Brain drain. So they are being educated, they are getting educated, but they are migrating for large opportunities, for benefits of materials. So they are moving from here and there. So they are not stagnant at one place, contributing to country. They are very fastly moving from one country to another country. Then as I discussed, over dependence on technology. So loss of traditional knowledge. So somehow they are ignoring our traditional knowledge, and our traditional knowledge were holistic. Our traditional knowledge were wholesome, but somehow it is being ignored by our youth. So their rationality is increasing, but they are losing traditional knowledge, sense of traditional innovations, social disconnections. Most of the youth are going through social disconnections because of the involvement in technology. And this globalized culture may erode local values and ecological practices. So people are setting up industries, they are violating local culture, they are violating ecological practices. So in such kind of thing, our youth are getting trapped. So if we are promising SDGs, and if SDGs remain unfulfilled, youth may lose trust in institutions and global cooperation. They may get impression that all these kind of things are just for talk, not for practice. So we need to motivate them, and we need to give them opportunity to practice it. Otherwise, they will lose faith in our institutions. So the biggest threat is that youth energy is co-opted into sustaining the very paradigm that caused the crisis. So somehow we need to help them to come out of this trapped. So this is all. Thank you very much. And with this background, we can discuss SWOT analysis.
Thank you so much, Gopal Babuji, for enlightening us with the SWOT analysis of today's youth to address to address SDGs from the UHV perspective. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. Before we start our panel discussion, may I request all the panelists to keep their responses concise, around 3 minutes each. Everyone is encouraged to share their perspectives on the strength, challenges and opportunities of today's youth, keeping the focus on their role in realizing the SDGs at the root level. To ensure balanced participation, a gentle alarm will ring at the 3 minutes mark as a time reminder. Let us keep this space open, reflective, and collaborative, more like a dialogue of shared insights rather than a formal debate. We also request all the panelists to keep their video on throughout the session, as it helps create a more connected and engaging discussion. I request all the panelists to adjust their cameras so that we can have a proper view of them. And I request Bhagwan sir, if you can adjust your video. Yeah, that's perfect, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So as you have adjusted your camera, let's start with this understanding. Let's start our discussion for today with you, sir. Yeah. Welcome, Bhagwan sir. Once again, Bhagwan sir. Let me put up the first question to you. What inherent qualities in today's youth make them natural contributors to a peaceful, just, and sustainable world?
Okay, thank you, Ishrat. See, the present, as he said already, my friend Dr. Gopal Babu, they are very having high energy. Right, one of the major strengths of the present youth is high energy they have. So they are willing to serve the society, and at the same time, they want to contribute. If you see most of the places, the students are going to different villages and addressing the problems of the villagers, what they have. Particularly if you come to our university, we have Jeevan Mission, we are the participants in it. So what we did is we have taken our own students to the villages, because 5 villages have been adopted by us under Jal Jeevan Mission. Particularly because I am from Vivekananda Global University, Jaipur. So Rajasthan known to be not much water available. So what we did is we have taken our students to the places, and then we told the students how to help the villagers, because one of the major strengths is their energy. So what we did is we have taken, and another strength what we can say is they grasp very fast once it has been told to them. Right. So that is one of the advantages with the present youth. The only one thing is sometimes they lack the direction, but at the same time, if you motivate in the right direction, every student is capable of doing wonders for the society, even for the purpose of whatever we provide to them. So these students in turn went to the villages, and then they told, if you see that about water is and sanitation, health and hygiene, this is one of the SDGs. So our students went to the villages, and then they educated, because we gave the training to them, and then they told that how to conserve the water, how to save the water. At the same time, the treatment processes and everything they told natural way, not a construction of a water treatment plant and everything. So how to do and everything, how to create a solar pond. These are all some of the aspects our students went there. So one of the point, if you talk about strength, they are very good in. And second one is what they did is they created an app. So what they did is with all the villages, they told that who are all having some knowledge about how to use the mobile. So these people Android mobile. So these people told that they gave the app to them and told that whenever they have any problem, either water or any technical doubts they have, we are ready to solve the problem. So this way, the present youth is they can really contribute if we are keeping them in the right direction. So one of the major strengths is they are very good in technically, and at the same time they have high energy, and they are very much enthusiastic to solve the problem. Only one thing is we have to put them in the right direction.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bhagwanji, for that introspection that the youth are having a good grasping power in technology. With that tools, they are able to develop technology apps, and that's how they are able to contribute for the Jal mission, which is an important source, sustainability in Rajasthan water resource. Thank you so much for putting across your point of view. I would like to know if any of other panelists would like to give their point of view.
Yeah, if I can.
Yes, Yes, Madhumita ji. Yeah,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Just to add on to, as our former VC said, I mean, Pro VC said, I totally agree with him. The youth has a lot of empathy, a lot of global awareness and adaptability, as all of you have been talking about. And they have a moral sensitivity, because in our institute also, we have something called as Bangalore. So the urban issues are being dealt by them, and because of their technological knowledge that they are able to give excellent solutions to whatever the government is doing or the NGOs are doing. So they work with the NGOs. So they have recently done a lake project. Bangalore is suffering from this lakes which are becoming absolutely unsustainable, and also the residential welfare associations, because there is so much of building across Bangalore, and also flash floods and all that. And we also have a center of disaster management, excellent center of excellence in disaster management. So we find that this youth are very conscious of justice. They are very conscious about the inclusion and sustainability that needs to be there. And because of their so much of comfortability with, their absolutely their comfort with diversity and technology, actually they become the natural bridge. They are the natural builders across the cultures and across the causes. And as Professor said already, we just have to give them that platform, that direction, and I'm sure they will be able to go forward. I know they are full of this energy that we noticed just now. So the empathy, global awareness, adaptability, moral sensitivity, they are the bridge for the next generation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madhumita ji. That's well said, that with the qualities that they are having, they are becoming the natural bridge across different cultures, and thereby they'll be the torch bearers for sustainable world. Very well present, given point of view. Thank you. Yeah, let's move to our next panelist, Dr. Lal Kishore ji. Lal Kishore ji, how do you think this creativity, enthusiasm, and compassion of the youth be channeled into sustainable action for achieving the SDGs?
Yeah. Actually, this should not end up with once they complete the college education. It should be a continuous process. So that way, there are many missing links, in my opinion, to see that this issue is sustained and ultimately results in societal change. This should get reflected in the society. So then only the ultimate gain of this particular scheme or this process will be seen by each and everybody. Or to start with, we have to see within the institution itself, the enthusiasm of these youth, their talent, the technology at their fingertips. These are all positive aspects. But then there are certain missing links because of which, say, maybe the net effect is not being seen all over. So if each and every institution significantly contributes, and they say, like as mentioned, adopting few colleges and bringing up or resolving some of their problems, maybe some agricultural problems, some may be related with water or other day-to-day issues. If they are resolved, then definitely the results will be astonishing and very much impressive. But there are certain missing links as such. Say earlier we used to have NSS program, even if now also it is there for National Social Service Program. Some students, enthusiasts will be joining. There will be a coordinator, NSS coordinator, and it all depends upon the coordinator. If he takes a lot of interest, makes the youth or the students get attracted, and then implement some programs in the nearby villages with respect to literacy, improving the literacy or helping resolving some of these problems, that this continues. But then what happens is if the coordinator changes or when fresh students come, not all of them will get interested or say they are not motivated. Somehow the program fizzles out and the net result is not really seen, or there is no continuation within that. Say one particular batch of students, one coordinator, they might have achieved significantly, matured and good work. But then that will not, may not continue if the coordinator changes or the students do not show interest and so on. So that kind of missing links should be avoided, and it should be a continuous process. So the SDG program, it should not be certificate oriented. It should not be just because some compulsion is there, some credits are there, or say they have to complete a particular program. If they are made, say, all the students, the outcome will not be fruitful, or we will not get the desired result. So it should be a continuous program. If a particular batch of students, say in BTech program, 4 years program, if they join in first year and their group, they should, when they come to second year, third year, and so on, the same program should continue and to a higher level, so that by the time they complete the fourth year, they should have been very much matured, and they must be able to implement the program on their own when they face the outside society, not as a student, but as a participant or as a member of the society. So that way, if that continuous process is there, instead of just as a ritual, that service orientation will get incorporated into each and every student, and therefore will be able to see societal change, or things will be better in the society, or we will have a much better society to live in. That is my opinion to see.
Thank you so much, sir. As said, it should be a continuous program beyond college also, and the missing links have to be weaved together.
Yes.
Thank you so much for putting up that perspective.
Yes.
Before we go ahead, we have another panelist joining us. Let me welcome Professor K. Satyanarayan Reddy Garu. Welcome, sir.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste to all the panelists.
Yes, sir. Sir is a VC of Srinivasa University, a disciplined person with 37 years of experience in teaching and administration. His strengths are research and team building, and he is having the ability to lead, manage, counsel, and motivate the manpower and use resources for achieving better results. Thank you, sir, for joining us. And let's move ahead with the panel discussion. So let me invite our next panelist, Harikumar Voruganti-ji. Harikumar Garu, like when sir has mentioned about the missing links. So can you put across your point of view as to in what ways do these young people demonstrate the care for society, nature, and fairness? And how can these strengths be amplified?
Yeah.
Harikumar, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So as such, nobody is against the sustainable goals. Everybody wants it. There is no doubt about it.
True,
Right?
true.
It's
Yes.
like, like everybody wants a change. But who wants to change is the question here.
Yes.
The point is that nobody is against the sustainable goals. All of us want it, whether it is youth or any other section of the population, and that acceptance for it also is there. There is no doubt about it. But we're talking about a transition. Like there are things happen in a certain way, and we want it to happen in a different way. And when we say youth, or for that matter, anybody, so that means it's about the physical facilities or any things that we are consuming. It's about the lifestyle choices, what we are doing. For example, we are having this conference on Zoom, right? We are using computer, we are using phone. None of them are sustainable, right? Things are done in a different way. So now from here to move to a more sustainable way, that's what we are talking about. And we are not against that. If there is another alternative to Zoom, which is completely sustainable, another to computer, all of all is that. Same happens with the youth also. But then even when the solution, one thing is how do we develop those solutions? Another thing is even when the solutions are available, adopting those solutions. What actually stops people, youth or anyone, is the clarity inside, the quality of their internal clarity and their self. I choose convenience over the sustainability. I choose benefit over the sustainability. I choose comfort over the sustainability. I choose profit over sustainability. These choices are what makes a difference. And these choices are done, based on the right understanding and the clarity that in the UHV talk about. So, but the strength of any human being for that matter is that innately all of us have the acceptance for right choice only. But do I have the ability to make the right choice? That's not there. It's again, lack of holistic education and the prevalent culture and that. But then it will be little more easier if things are done at early stage in the life, that is in the youth, because some conditioning is there definitely by the time they are, let's say, adults, 18 year, 20 year, but then conditioning is much less compared to, let's say, mature individuals. And as far as some efforts that are going on in other universities and our place also, whatever we are trying to do through the curriculum, not only the additional activities. For example, we have tried this design thinking, product design courses where students are exposed to certain problems in the society, and as an engineer trying to become a responsible engineer and doing it. Students have no issues in working on those projects, but they won't do such a thing for their job. After the placement, if you want to go, there is a company A which works on sustainability, gives some X salary. There is another company that gives X by 2 or X by 4 salary. That they won't. I mean, most won't. Again, as I said, it's a choice, right? Doing a course, getting a grade, that's perfectly fine. Getting a patent, publishing a paper, and getting this thing and suggesting this to somebody else, that's perfectly fine, right? But making it as a lifestyle choice or working in that direction, as of now, looks like some compromise, looks like some inconvenience. And more innovation is required, more and more change in the world view, the thinking is required to go forward. And this goal also, we don't have to be hurry. I feel the perspective change that we're talking in the human values of the change at a large scale, even the SDG scales also, some achievement is there already all over the world. Let's say some goal we have, I think 10 to 20% we have achieved, and it will take several centuries. There is no doubt about it, because what we are talking is actually the evolutionary scale and civilizational changes. So there's nothing to get, I think, disheartened, and these efforts are very good. This conference or whatever, other wonderful things colleagues have mentioned, and we are doing our bit, and it's a long process. Acceptance is certainly there, right? But unless there's an inner transformation, right, inner transformation of each individual, these things won't become a part of the culture. And that's what we are working for, definitely, patiently, with all the commitment. But at the same time, outside solutions are also required. So that is also going on. But particularly in the UHV parlance, we're talking about the inside change of the person also. So that's it from my side.
Thank you, Hari Kumar Garu. As you said, the strengths of the youth can be amplified if they have the inner clarity. That is how I can grasp the crisp of your whatever viewpoint you have given. Thank you so much. I would like to know if any of our other panelists would also like to put their...
Ma'am. Yes, I Satyanarayan Reddy, would like to present my view on this creativity, enthusiasm, and compassion of youth channeled into sustained action. I feel that I was going through Niti Aayog's website, where I found that more than 4,000 youth-led sustainability climate startups, tech startups are there in India. They are working in multiple areas like renewable energies, waste management, agri-tech, inclusive healthcare, etc., contributing to SDG 9 and SDG 12. But I'm feeling that the work of the youth should be always meaningful contribution rather than competitive achievement. So the moment our youth is there, they directly get into some kind of competition with each other. That should not be there. How meaningful will be what I mean to say, production or whatever I'm doing. I should be, how my things are contributing to the society for wellness, especially SDG 8, decent work and all, that should be there. Then also I feel that, it should contribute anything that is going for this creativity and all. it should also reflect on education. Like, anything new has been, I meant to say, created or understood or researched, it should be immediately transferred to field of education, so that the incoming youth, they also understand what is going on in industry, right? So they should regularly engage, these startup and all, they should regularly engage with academic institutions, that kind of thing. And most of the time, this, value education, mentorship, real social context, they should be more bothered on. So this is what people are doing well in zero waste initiatives, lake rejuvenation projects, tree plantation drives, blood donation camps, all these mental health support system, everything is they are doing, like contributing to SDG 6, SDG 13, SDG 15, etc. Youth are more involved in Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. We have seen open area defecation has reduced massively, leading to a lot of, good public health incorporation, then living with dignity kind of thing. And which is basically contributing to SDG 3 and 6. But what I am looking at is there should be always event-based volunteering. So this event-based volunteering.
Thank you, sir. We respect your input, sir, but due to the time constraint.
Okay, no issues, no issues.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Right.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and I invite Dr. Vijay Kumar Radia ji. You want to put across? Yeah. No.
Yeah. I belong from Surat, Gujarat, and now it is going for the more polluted city also. But our youth has started something that is really a miracle. Project Surat, might be you are knowing about it, those who are on Instagram or maybe those who listen to Narendra Modi ji's Man Ki Baat, they have mentioned one group of youth has started with the cleaning of river Tapi from the water hyacinth, and now the initiative has started in a way that more than 632 youngsters have joined this group, and every week on the Sunday, even now universities and colleges and even schools are approaching to the Project Surat, that when we can get the time of yours to collaborate for the event. So this is where youth has a larger potential, and they are having three basically qualities which I found that they are sensitive to the injustice. So some of the industrialists were burning their wastage material and started with recording the video and floating to the social media, and then after it turned into the policy by the DIC, District Industries Commissionerate and all, and now nobody is burning or nobody is daring to burn the garbages in the industrial residents. Second is they are having the global awareness, and third one is innate compassion. They are very empathetic, and out of this, not only collecting the garbages but creating the best out of waste, and collecting the flowers from the temples and making a soap or maybe the good order things and creating the outcome based products from the wastage material. This is what the potential of youth can be. Thank you so much.
Very well said, sir. Like this is how the Project Gujarat and how they are working towards the society is how they are demonstrating care for the society. And thank you so much for putting across that point. Let's move ahead with the next question to Professor Rashmiji about why do you think youth-led SDG efforts remain short-lived or fragmented despite good intentions? Rashmiji?
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Ishrat, and my greetings to all the distinguished and eminent panel members. And also compliments to the organizers for having us over to discuss, which we I think barely discussed during our course curriculum, and we rarely talk about human values. We rarely don't talk about SDGs out of our curriculum. So once we are talking about this, I think youth must be benefited from our discussion. Like what I feel is that we are empowering youth, considering in mind the SDG goals. So what I feel is that we are, if we talk about youth-led organizations, which is SDG 17, creating global partnership. Now, what is important? SDG 13 talks about the climate change impacts. We talk about strengths in terms of SDG 5, 10, and 13, which is strong social awareness. Now, how would it come to? It will come to, I think, when we have youth-led movements. Youth certainly will always bring, as one of the esteemed panel members in the beginning said, that they would bring fresh ideas. They have digital skills. They can provide us with innovative solutions for sustainability challenges. For example, SDG 9, industry, innovation, infrastructure. You know, we are at, I come from Chandigarh campus of Narsi Munji Institute of Management Studies, which has a campus in Chandigarh, and I am the dean of the School of Law. What I find is that what we propagate, what we encourage is that by way of legal aid clinics, we hold various programs in the nearby government schools, which are like kind of underprivileged children are there. And we tell them we hold various camps in association with the District Legal Service Authority. And when the youth interact with small children about sanitation, about health, about generating ideas, startup ideas for the students of, say, secondary schools. So I think that would someday go a long way in that those children thinking about innovation and creativity, thereby somehow reduction in employment and leading to, I think, fulfillment of elimination of poverty to some extent. So, but I feel that today's youth are the key drivers of sustainable development. They have the immense potential to advance the SDGs, but we need to empower these youth through inclusive governance, quality education, meaningful participation. That is what my point of view. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. As said, inclusive governance is the one which can help in youth-led SDG efforts. Thank you so much. I would like to have Gopal Babuji's perspective about how do many youth-led SDG efforts remain short-lived or fragmented despite good intentions. Gopal Babuji, over to you.
Yes, Sarji. So very nice question. We make a lot of efforts regarding SDGs and values, but very few students continue it. The rest becomes silent after a few days. So I can say that first point is students focus on events rather than process. So they are enjoying recognition. They are enjoying attention after having the event, but they are not, their feelings are not emerging that nature is connected to us. Humans are connected to us. This relation is missing somehow. So due to attention, due to outside recognition, they participate, but very soon they become silent. Second is lack of clarity of purpose. So if you ask any student, why are you studying? So they have very narrow wisdom answer for this. They answer it with very narrow wisdom to earn money, to set up industry, etc., etc. So in their vision, SDGs does not exist. So they create it as an event. Next is, you can say, for example, when companies are coming to hire students, are they asking how many SDGs have you solved in your college period, during study period? How many SDGs will you be able to solve in my industries? Now, are they talking like this or not? So they are not talking like this. So somehow students understand that SDGs are 1 or 2 year event. After that, I need to work on earning money and I need to set up my industry and I need to hire more people for more profit. Such kind of perception flows in students. Next is understanding the root cause. So we are not helping students understanding the root cause of unsustainability. So somehow we are encouraging students to solve a symptom only. So we are not preparing our student life ready, SDGs ready. We are preparing our student profit ready. So such kind of lacking, due to such kind of lacking, students become silent after a few days. They become passive. So these are the few reasons I can say.
Very well said, Gopalji.
Ma'am,
That
I said, ma'am. So I
yes.
want to add one
Yeah.
event that the youth led, our student have led in our country.
Yeah. Please go ahead, sir.
Dr. Gopal Babu, I agreed with the points that the Dr. Gopal Babu had said. So I belong to Nepal. I am from Nepal. So my place, my hometown is Pokhara. So it is famous for the tourism. So one of the most beautiful lake is Phewa Lake. So most of the tourists come from different countries to visit Phewa Lake, and from there they go to Muktinath Temple as well from Pokhara. So there is a club in our campus, Pachimanchal campus in Pokhara. So our students they form the robotics club. We have the robotics club in our campus. So they have the enthusiasm. So we are talking about the enthusiasm, compassion, their passion to lead the events or the projects. So Phewa Lake is suffering from lots of pollutions. Yeah, lots of pollutions and lots of garbages, wastage. So the student group of students with collaboration with the local youth from the Pokhara city. So they started to clean the lake with the advancement in technology. So they built a machine like a robot-like system, a machine to clean the wastage that are thrown or the wastage that generated in the lake. But as Dr. Gopal Babu sir said, that after some time or they take that as an event only for some time. But why they take, why that goes for the short time period? Because no collaboration from the university level and no support from the government or the local government side. And after, they are also not aware of the SDG in our campus. So in our campus, so we as a engineering students or their engineering students are not aware of the SDG goals. So they are doing their project for some time period only. So we have to make them aware and to fulfill those long-term, for the long-term vision to accomplish SDG goals, climate change actions, and fulfill all the necessary things with collaboration with the local government and the university level. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you, sir. As said, the efforts, whatever they are making is short-lived. That's very well said. And the intention is good, but for its sustainability of that intention, there should be a support from the society and to the society. Thank you so much. I'll put across the next question to Madhumita ji, like what inner challenges such as fear, confusion, or lack of clarity limit youth from taking meaningful and consistent action? Because as they said, like consistency is missing. So what are the other challenges? Can we focus that, Madhumita ji? Over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Ishrat, for having me, and very good afternoon to all the panelists from India and everybody who has joined it. One of the main challenges, as you already mentioned, is the fear of failure. Today, there is this huge fear of failure because we have created an atmosphere that everyone has to compete and everyone has to be a winner. that unfortunate system has been created by our education system, by the social system that we have around us. So this fear of failure has become a big inhibition. And then there is very lack of clarity at all about this impact that it is going to have. They don't understand what is the impact of what they are doing. As already talked about, that it is very short vision. It is all project based. It is about event based, and very many times it is individuals rather than the system. And therefore, there is this whole challenge of burnout and discontinuity, which we are talking about. So one of the fear is that will I be able to continue with the good work that I am doing? And what will happen if I don't get support? So there's a big fear in that. And there is big confusion, which already has been discussed in UHV meetings many a time, between success and contribution. What do we mean actually by success? And what is this success if it is not contributing to the whole? So this whole understand everything that we need the planet. And therefore, are we looking at the connectivity that we have with the entire planet? We are not creating that confidence in the youth that they can go ahead, because it becomes very individual based. The system is not there to help them. And as already mentioned, many companies do not come and ask them also. So there is this lack of involvement from the other stakeholders in the society. So we can have it in our academic institution, we can talk about it, we can highlight it, sustainability. So action becomes very, very inconsistent, and it is totally externally driven. And therefore, that change that UHV we are talking about, that inner change, and as already mentioned, inner change is not easy. It is not going to come in one day. So there has to be this persistent work that all of us have to put in. We cannot give up our hope on this youth. They are excellent. They just need the direction. Have we given them the roots is something that we've got to ask ourselves. That is very important for us.
Thank you so much, Madhumita ji. So inner challenge is one challenge which the youth are facing, but along with it, the lack of definitely we need to work on that. Thank you so much.
Thank
Now I
you.
would like to call upon Manisha Gupta ji to present. How does the current education system restrict the development of responsible, value-driven youth leadership? Over to you, Manisha ji.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Ishrat, for letting me put my point. So what I feel is that the current education that we are providing today is mainly preparing the youth for jobs and for earning more and more. So the perspective of the youth has become narrow to only, limiting to earning. They are lacking holistic vision, which is required for sustainability. And also, we can see that our education, like Madhumita ma'am, she already said that our education is encouraging them for competition instead of complementarity. So that is why they are not working for mutual development. They have become self-centered. And so we can say that our present education are not making youth value driven. They are only making them ready for jobs and earnings. The capacity to live in relationship, to work in teams, it is not there. It is missing in the current education. So in order to make them responsible for the sustainable goals, the value driven education should be provided to them. education must support their perspective. It should be holistic development. They should, they should not only focus on earning more and more physical facilities. Rather, we need to help them understand relationship, the feelings. They should see the relationship with the nature, with other human beings. So our education is lacking there. So we can say that we are providing more on skills. The skill education should be complemented with value education if we want the youth to be, working for sustainability and sustainable development goals. This is what I feel. So they should know the right utilization of the physical facilities. The instead of consuming more and more, the focus should not be on materialism. It should be on holistic development. So that is required, which is missing in our present education. Yes,
Very
thank you.
well said, Didi. Sorry, Dr. Manisha. That in the current education system, it's more on skill education rather than value-driven or holistic education. Thank you so much for putting across that point. Now, I would like to invite Lal Kishorji to present his perspective. Like, how can youth discover a sense of purpose rooted in contribution to society rather than competition with others? Lal Kishorji.
Actually, the values, human values must be driven into their minds. Say, as mentioned, say it is competitive world. They want to score marks, get the degree or get a job, and then forget about whatever social service activities they have done at the college level. So that is not getting carried forward. But some inherent change should come within them during the period in which they stay in the college or to study the 4-year or 3-year program and so on. So when that change is brought out inherently from them, say it is not just doing for one semester some social work and then leaving it. It should not end with that. Say a transformation should come within them with respect to the selfless social service which is their social responsibility towards the nation, and also overcome the limits. Say in the rat race, they should realize that it is not the purpose of the life, and there is much more. So not just money, the values are much more important. That is more valuable than the money they can earn through the job and so on. So that kind of human transformation should come through the different programs, particularly the SDG program. So it should not be just limited to only some syllabus or a certificate being given. So in order that students are encouraged in this way, say gold medals are given to students based on their performance in a particular subject or overall performance and so on. But I wish that the institution must encourage the students who have contributed significantly without connection to the marks or other things, for social transformation or say selfless social service. That way, if such students are given some recognition at the institute level, and subsequently when they join in some job, they should continue that work. The industry or the company or the office, wherever they join, they should recognize them and then use their services to continue further. That break should not be there as soon as they come out of the four walls of the classroom or the institution. So it can be sustained that way. And when we succeed in bringing out human values, transformation within the student with respect to their social responsibility or national responsibility within the college period or education period, and they are given an opportunity to continue that subsequently in whatever job they are doing, then it will be much more fruitful. We will be able to see the result in the society because of these programs.
Very well said, sir. So a medal should be or an award to the people who work or contribute for the society, irrespective of what they gain. That is one which can discover the sense of purpose rather than competition. Very well said, sir. Now I would like to know Harikumar Voruganti's perspective about what role can value-based education play in awakening responsibility towards people, society, and nature.
Yeah. Now, first thing for any of the things we are expecting, the transformation expecting, the thing is there's a lack of role models, whether individuals or families or institutions, organizations, like that. Role models are rare, very, very rare. And that too, when we see for role models, people tend to see role models nearby only. Right? Very, very far distant role models generally do not inspire so much. When we see a role model within the family, within my college, within my institution, then it inspires a lot. So we say, take up this job, do this, do work, study this, but I don't see anybody doing it around. So that makes it actually very, very difficult to take this path. And who will take it? Those, because whatever the life journey they had, those who have a little higher clarity, better guidance, better environment, they start. And such people obviously have to take more responsibility and end up taking more responsibility also. When that number grows a point, and then there is a nucleation of spread of this culture, this value-based thing also. We run universities, we are professors, we do this, but out of the 160 credits of the courses, what we do, these things like these won't be even 6 credits. And even those 6 credits are the way our entire mode of operation is not at all driven by the value-driven organization. We simply don't have those models at a university, a college. Some small units will be there here and there, but it's not much. So, but that's fine. I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but that's how the process also will be, because what we're talking about is something likely to take, several and several centuries, maybe thousands of years. It's an evolutionary process. We are talking about transformation of individuals at a large scale. Meanwhile, certain policies, certain initiatives can definitely help in minimizing the damage. For example, the air can be a little better, the water can be a little better, the pollution can be a little less by a rule or by a policy, by some control, but not by choice of the individuals. So we're expecting that at a large scale, out of this 800 population, whatever we have, having some wisdom to take right choices is going to be a civilizational change we are talking about. So that will take time. Meanwhile, some of us understood, and some individual understood. Somebody initiated this conference. Somebody built this foundation. These things are happening, and this will go on. We have to take encouragement from whatever efforts that are going on, and whoever understands, they have to build this. But I see that why students are okay to work on these problems during the student days, but not ready to adopt as a lifestyle or a career choice. Again, where are the models? Where are the examples that yes, it's possible to like this?
As said, sir, for this value-based education, we need role models so that there will be more awakening. Thank you so much, sir, for putting across that point. Thank you so much. Now I would like to hear from Hari KCG, about how can institutions create meaningful platforms where youth can lead and own SDG-oriented initiatives.
Thank you, ma'am. Institutions, basically the universities, colleges, campus, and all other supporting institutions such as local government offices. So they play a vital role to engage the youth for achieving the sustainable development goals. So the universities, especially universities, should not put forward the youth as a symbolic icon or inclusion only. So they provide a platform to the youth. So they should provide a sustainable platform to the youth, as earlier professor said that when youth decide to do project for a certain time, then they doesn't continue it for the long time. So that there the sustainability ends. So rather than the limiting participation for the short-term projects for the youth, the institution should design the environment in such a way such that the students and the youth should be trusted as a contribution partners or we can say a decision maker in the place of decision maker as well. So they lack direction. We know that they lack direction, but we can monitor and control them, youth. So we need a shift in institutional mindset. So from the universities or the local government offices, so we should view the youth not only as a conveners or or a beneficiaries. So we should partner with the youth. The government office or the universities should have a partnership with the youth groups to recognize them as a solution. So to provide from their side, to provide a solution from their side. So to achieve the sustainability or a sustainable development goal, so we need to provide a genuine platform to give the leadership, or to provide the project that can be led by the youth. For example, or for instance, creation of innovation labs, AI labs that can be collaborated with the SDG labs, and we can give the space or provide space to the youth for the policy making, or link the social impact project, or we can give the youth the social impact project to lead. So within these frameworks, youth people can not only participate, but lead the projects and take the responsibility of outcomes as well as to achieve the sustainable development goal for the long term. So we have to engage them in the long-term project for the problem, to solve the problems. So such ownership will foster the accountability in the youth, innovation, and the commitment in the youth for the long-term period. So we have to prepare the youth for the responsible leadership to address these complex issues related with the society or the nature or the sustainability.
Yes. Very well presented your point, sir, that there should be a meaningful platform to present their innovation and all, so that they can lead the SDG oriented initiatives. And one more point which you have said is the lack of direction. So with respect to it, when we are saying like they lack the direction, I would like to hear from Vijay Kumarji as to what external influences such as media, consumerism, and social pressure pose the greatest threat to the youth commitment towards sustainable living.
So, rightly pointed that these are what the threats. These are the threats basically influencing the youth. When we talk about the social media driven, then comparison matters a lot for them. They are comparing with each other, and they are feeling like this is where the world is, but they are not comparing the actual work whether they are doing or not. Second is the short-term gratification culture. They want many students are also joining, many youth are also joining this kind of programs for sustainable development goals, but they want just tagline that they are right now. Am I audible?
In between you were disconnected. Now you are audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So there might be getting the tagline that they are representative of this group, or maybe they are working for this kind of program. So that kind of short gratification culture is there in the youth, and that is the biggest trait we have found out. This distorts the understanding of basically real needs versus the artificial wants. Recently, just I have given the example of burning the wastage material into the industry segment, right? So now SMC has brought the policy, Surat Municipal Corporation today itself brought the policy that they are going to go for the CCTV surveillance if those industries which are going to burn the wastage material, they will take the action. But this is not the understanding with the youth right now. youth is not believing into that, that can be taken forward as a policy, and one can make the biggest career into the sustainable development goals or balancing it. So UHV definitely can counters this with the clarity about sufficiency and contentment for the longer period of time. And one subject cannot teach definitely. We need to indulge SDG goals in our all subjects. For example, if I'm teaching the training and development, then I need to teach in that format. I need to take some of the topics of SDGs and I need to penetrate in that way. Thank you.
Very well said, sir, that SDGs should be in living and UHV should be a part of the every content, technical education content also. Thank you so much for putting across that point. Let me put across our last question to Professor K. Satyanarayanji about what mindset shifts are essential to prevent youth from falling into blind competition and unsustainable consumption. Vijay Kumar, sorry, Satyanarayan Reddy garu, can I have your perspective? Okay. Gopal Babuji, will you like to put across your point of view about what mindset shifts are essential to prevent youth from falling into blind competition and unsustainable consumption?
Please, ma'am. So again, a thought-provoking question in this panel discussion. So I think we need to shift mindset of our youth from competition to cooperation. So rather than competing, we need to make a culture of cooperation in classroom, in students, in whole campus. So in fact, we should include such kind of parameters when students are going for interview. Have you cooperated? Such kind of parameters we should include. Then accumulation to sufficiency, prosperity. So rather than accumulate more and more, we need to shift perspective of our youth to have feeling of prosperity. So when students have feeling of prosperity, they will naturally live sustainably. With mentality of accumulation, we cannot live in a sustainable manner. Then I think next shift should happen from pleasure-based happiness to wisdom-based happiness. So students are seeking happiness in sensual pleasures. They are making physical materials as a source of happiness, but they need to use their wisdom for sustainable happiness. Then next shift could be individual success to collective well-being. So what culture is being imposed in our education system is whether you are individually successful or not. Now we need to shift this perspective. We should measure success whether we are collectively successful or not. So this shifting from individual success to collective well-being is required for sustainable living. Then short-term gains to long-term gains. So whenever students are making projects, we should ask them, is this project is going to fulfill short-term goal or long-term goal? So if it is not ensuring long-term goal, it won't be sustainable. So such kind of mindset, shifting in mindset are required.
Gopalji, like it's more important to change from competition to cooperation. That is one most important mindset which should be developed among the youth and have a collective well-being as their mindset. Thank you so much. I thank all our panelists who has joined us today for this panel discussion. And based upon the discussion, I can say that the discussion highlighted that the youth already have strong strengths, creativity, empathy, and a natural concern for society and nature. The challenges they face are less about the intention and more about clarity, continuity, and systems that prioritize performance over values. The opportunity lies in helping youth discover purpose rooted in contribution, supported by value-based education and institutions that trust and empower them. Thank you so much. I thank all the panelists who joined us across the globe. Professor Lal Kishorji, Dr. Hari Kumar Voruganti, DVS Bhagwanuluji, Dr. Vijay Kumar R, Hari KCG, Professor Rashmi Khurana, Dr. Madhumita ji, and Professor K. Satyanarayan ji. Thank you so much for joining today's panel discussion. I hand over the session to our anchor, Umarani Garu. Over to you, Umarani.
Thank you. First of all, I extend my heartfelt thanks to our moderator, Ishrat Meera Mishana, for her thoughtful guidance and seamless moderation, and my sincere gratitude all our esteemed panelists, Dr. Gopal Babu, Dr. Manisha Gupta, Professor Lal Kishorji, Professor Hari Kumar Varuganji, and Professor DVS Bhagavanluji, Dr. Vijay Kumar Radadiyaji, Professor Hari KCG, Professor Rashmi G, Dr. Madhumita Chatterjee, Professor Satyanarayana Reddy ji, for their deep insight and meaningful contributions. And also I extend thanks to our scribe, Dr. Jyoti, timekeeper, Dr. Akbarijan, and tech team, our Dr. Geeta Potteraju. As we conclude today's discussion, initially we had very nice introduction about SWOT, and we recognize that today's youth possess strong digital skill, creativity, and social awareness, yet face challenges such as limited resources, unemployment, and inconsistency guidance. So this is as weakness of the youth. With expanding opportunity in innovation, entrepreneurship, and global collaboration as opportunities, they must also navigate threats such as misinformation, climate crisis, and socio-economic inequality to effectively address the sustainable development goals. Today's youth possess immense potential. They are talented, adaptable, technologically skilled, and social aware. In almost every aspect, demonstrate creativity, eagerness, and the ability to learn and innovate rapidly. What they truly need is not control, but the right direction, timely guidance, value-based mentoring, and meaningful opportunity. When provided with a clear vision, ethical grounding, and supportive leadership, youth can channel their energy and ability towards nation building, social harmony, and sustainable development. So guiding them with the trust and purpose will enable them to emerge as a responsible leader of a happy, peaceful world and collective well-being. So this is the conclusion of the session. So really the session was too good. And thank you every one of you for your valuable information and insight. Building on this understanding, tomorrow's session, the vision for empowering the youth to address SDG at the root through the holistic and value-driven approach. We'll focus on nurturing ethical values, inner clarity, and holistic development to enable sustainable and impactful actions. Thank you once again to all, and see you all tomorrow the same time.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Ishrat, for conducting it so well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
all the
Ishrat.
participants who joined us across the globe and the people who are watching us through YouTube. Thank you so much. See you once again tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Bye.